So, one piece of drama that sort of passed me by was the whole SonicFox drama that surrounded by his sort of gaming award acceptance speech, where he got up on camera and basically haphazardly, you know what, I'm just gonna play the video clip and make interpretive expressions via face rig on how I feel about what he said, and then we'll move from there. So, without further ado, let's just roll the clip.
Okay, and the game award goes to SonicFox, everybody.
Wow. I really won this shit. Oh my god. Hey, look, Mom. I guess I want to say this is a big honor. I kind of just really enjoy playing video games competitively. I've never really done it for the fame. I kind of just enjoy the rush of like beating people up, you know? Like, I don't know, like even like, I'm sure you guys heard the story of when I won the IPS finale. The other thing I don't do this for is for the money. It's because when my best friend, one of my closest friends, oh my god, I'm nervous. His dad had cancer, and after I won, before I even like did the match, I told him whether I win or lose, I'm gonna be donating at least like 10K of the prize winning to his father for his stage 3 cancer. And I hope it works out for him. And he really I'm so nervous. I've never been this nervous. This is more scary than I on Evo. But I mean, I guess I've always just done it just to make new friends and bonds in the community. So I guess for now, I want to give a shout out to obviously the team that's helped me do all the way Fox. I want to give a shout out to all my friends back at home, my best friend, the Kill Sage, he's helped me out so much through life. Again in Black, the goons back at home, gang. As you guys also may know or may not know, I'm also super gay, so I mean, I want to give a shout out. So I want to give a super shout out to all my LGBTQ plus friends that have always helped me through life. Obviously, I'm a furry, so shout out to the furries. I've been any furries in a year. Yeah. Guess all I gotta really say is that I'm gay, black, a furry, pretty much everything a Republican hates, and the best esports player of the year, I guess. Thank you so much.
So, for some clarification as well as context, SonicFox is an African American furry as well as being of the LGBTQ community, and is also a fairly accomplished gamer. He has won, several thousands of dollars just by being a gamer, and especially at the Gaming Awards this year, he won Best Esports Gamer of the Year award. So, fairly accomplished in that regard. However, my bone of contention with him is largely from the drama that he's sort of sown online, as far as his response with various people that criticized him for what he said, as well as the things that he actually stated on stage. And again, I don't want to beat a dead horse here. I don't want to be one of those guys that are just needlessly, trying to bring somebody else down. But at the same time, there's a lot of concern here with how he sort of took a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to, bow out gracefully and say something meaningful or impactful to the rest of the audience. It just begs so many questions to me. Why is the one thing that you would say is just, hey, I'm gay, I'm pretty much, everything a Republican would hate, and I just want to say to the haters, You can go suck a fat one. Okay, he didn't say that last part, but you know, he was just trying to like act like people were trying to, you know, hold him back all of this time, and he had finally made it into the big leagues, you know, made it into the big leagues, and that in spite of people hating on him for being African American and gay, I'm sure there are people out there that hate him for that, and I think those people are terrible people, but at the same time, that's not exactly the first thing that would come to mind if I, like, say I won, like, a gaming award, you know? I wouldn't, like, you know, target everybody that, like, tries to bring me down. I would just say that, you know, how honored I am to have won and be recognized for winning such an award. And, you know, here's the issue. Whether you like it or not, when you're in the public space and you're in the public eye and you're, you know, receiving all the attention from the prime normies out there and have won something that's truly of recognition that, you know, you can sort of, you know, just hang on your shoulder as, you know, a badge of honor. It's very cringeworthy that you would automatically, you know, sort of drift into identity politics and automatically, you know, without any context or any forewarning, just go into, hey, well, I'm black, I'm gay, and pretty much everything a Republican hates, so hey, there's that. It's just kind of weird, you know? And that's basically the face by which the rest of the people, especially him in that moment, because he was in full regalia of fursuit, and, you know, that's the first thing that people see, and, you know, your conduct in the public eye is going to sort of weigh on the fandom at large. And I don't want to be one of those guys that, like Crunkle Kage, that say, hey, you should act this way because I tell you to, and it would be prim and proper to do so, and it would be improper to do so, to not do so. But it's just, it doesn't help the rest of us, and SonicFox, I was aware of the drama, you know, from a distance. I didn't bear witness to the Game Awards footage up until recently. But a lot of people were around me were sort of talking about it and complaining about it, and I didn't really look into it up until now. I will say that I can't help but agree with a good many people, basically saying that at the very least, what he said was irresponsible and, you know, largely unnecessary in my eyes. It's like, dude, you have so much more to, like, talk about. You have real life experiences that you can draw from. You have, you know, moments that impacted you. You could say words of encouragement to your audience and try to, you know, be one with your audience and sort of make them feel better. But instead, you have to drift into identity politics and citing that you're black and you're gay and that, you know, imply that you really don't like Republicans or conservatives for that matter just because, you know, you feel like you're everything that a conservative would automatically hate, and it's just weird. You know, it's a reflection of the furry fandom and what it's become as of late, the toxicity and the hatred and vitriol and the divisive nature that has, you know, taken a very firm effect on the rest of the fandom as of late. It's disappointing, but again, SonicFox, he's his own man. He's a big boy now. He can basically do whatever he wants, but just looking at some of his tweets and, like, you know, on his Twitter feed and the various conversations that he had with people as well as the critics that criticized him, he's getting a very big head out of this, you know? It's like, whoop-de-doo, you won. I'm not saying that's a small feat, but it's not like you discovered a cure for cancer or something like that, you know? You're just really good at playing video games, and I don't want to, like, you know, rob somebody of the glory that they achieved in the moment, but it's kind of weird how he's just acting so on top of things when he just won the, you know, gaming award for esports, like best esports player. And it's weird. He, like, even had a brief conversation with SonicFox, basically, you know, calling him a shitty person and all. And I'm not saying that SonicFox, what he said in response was, you know, kosher or, you know, good or proper. But at the same time, I can't really fault SonicFox, partly because I am definitely a SonicFox fanboy. But the other aspect of that is that he's basically trying to make SonicFox aware of the fact that he's trying to become very arrogant because of what he construes as a bit of influence and power. And it definitely shows because anybody that criticized SonicFox, he basically dismissed them as white supremacist advocates or, you know, racists. And it's not a very good sort of response to have when somebody has legitimate criticism, basically saying, hey, I couldn't help but notice that you're kind of getting a big head over this, that you're kind of getting arrogant. Maybe you should tone it back a little bit because you're coming off as a big asshole right now. And based on his conduct alone, I can't say that I don't agree with him. So yeah, SonicFox, mixed feelings about how he appeared in the limelight of the public eye and how he appeared on stage and the things that he said on stage, because the furry fandom is not just for a particular group. It's for basically everybody, and I don't think that the influx of social justice politics or identity politics has done it any better. In fact, I would say that it's the sole reason that we're having so much divisiveness and hatred and vitriol between the proverbial sides, and I wish we can get past that, but SonicFox is just one more example of, the divisive nature by which gays and minorities inside of the fandom, sometimes feel. Whether that's real or imagined is for you to be the judge of, but I would say that as of 2018, it's just another sign of how divisive society at large has become. And I have to say, it's very cringeworthy hearing him say those things. Just, he had a better opportunity to say some better things, but he chose not to for whatever reason. So, I personally don't have any quarrel with SonicFox. I just found it very weird that that's the one thing that he would say when he had every opportunity to say something else. But, that's just me. I would have definitely handled it a little bit differently. Just saying. Again, whether or not I would have handled it better or worse remains to be seen. But, SonicFox, if you're listening to this right now, I really hope that you would take an opportunity to sort of reflect upon what it was that you said and maybe, explore possibilities. I don't know your life. I don't know what things that you faced, in your time on this earth. I personally have been, subject to racism before. It's not pleasant, but at the same time, I haven't internalized it or made it a basis by which I judge other people for, because I try to judge people on the basis of their character, their individuality, who they are as an individual, not by their skin color, group, gender, or, what have you. So, without standing on the soapbox for too much longer, I just wanted to make mention of this, that I acknowledge that this happened, and my 2 cents on the matter as a sort of obligatory acknowledgement video. And, I don't mean to do this just to poke fun at SonicFox, but, it's a very good example about how I keep talking about the divisive nature and how toxic the fandom has become now. We're starting to see this, expand just a little bit more beyond the realm of Twitter. But, tell me what you all think in the comments section. If you like this video, why don't you hit like and subscribe for more. And I'll try to expand on this as well as various other topics of interest on a later date. So, till next video, guys, take care and peace. I hope you all have a better one.